Hey guys, what is up? I am TitoTheOG and I am here today with some very new news. The Jakks Pacific Shadow the Hedgehog collector's figure has now been officially revealed. And when I say that, I mean like the box and everything it comes with, and as well as the price. And I'm going to be getting into that here in this video today. And I'm going to just say this right now. I've had people commenting on my other videos saying, why are you complaining about the item? Just be happy they made it. And I'm just gonna say this, I'm not accepting slop. Now with that being said, am I still buying it? Yes. But since I'm spending that money on it, I am free to critique it however I'd like. I'm not just gonna blindly say it's amazing. With that being said, I have a few issues with this figure. So first off, we got turnaround pictures of the item itself, as well as the wings, the accessories, the box, and it turns out that this shadow is a part of the collector's line. There are a few people speculating whether it was like a standalone figure and like wasn't part of the collector's figure line. But as it turns out, here on the box it says itself collector's edition, and it has the same style of packaging with the flap in the window showing shadow on the inside. So it's interesting. It makes me wonder if, you know, future collector's figures are going to be this same style as shadow, or if they're going to revert back to the 3D holographic stands that the older figures had. Only time will tell, really, but I'm gonna just say this right now, I would love a Metal Sonic collector's figure. Let's put that into existence. Now, getting into the accessories it comes with is the base that we've seen, of course. It looks pretty cool, but it is already lacking some details that were shown off originally, and that is the gold painting on the base. You could see here in the stock images that the base has like this gold paint to it, and it looks really nice. But the picture of it in box isn't that gold. It's just brown, which is kind of unfortunate because just that golden paint to it just gave it like a premiere look to it. And, you know, especially getting into how much it costs later, it really doesn't feel like it's worth the price right now. Another thing that I've touched on in my original video are the cuffs, or his inhibitor rings. They're still yellow. They're not painted gold, unfortunately, and it just kind of looks weird. You can see on the inside of the box, they have a screenshot of Shadow with the Doom wings from Sonic Shadow Generations, and he has his gold inhibitor rings, and it just looks amazing. And then you look at the figure, and it's like, oh, it's just yellow plastic. To me, it doesn't look that appealing. I'm sure people will repaint them, and that's not really an excuse for the lack of gold paint, is that people can paint them. Like, we shouldn't have to be doing this ourselves, you know? These should be things that are included with the figure. And as we look at the back of the box, it shows all of the accessories it comes with. And we can see here my statement about the packaging, or my statement about the figure in my previous video was technically correct, and it's very interesting. It's weird, but he comes with 2 quill pieces for his back quills to plug the wings in. So you can have a standard Shadow figure, and then you take the back quills out and you plug the new ones in where you can put the wings into. It's very odd, but at least there's an option of having a regular Shadow figure without the wings. But here's where the main issue comes in. He doesn't have any accessories other than 2 hands, which is blasphemous. The other collector's figures had a bunch of different hands, different facial expressions, and they would even come with, like, Modern Sonic came with the Wisp, Tails came with, what did Tails come with? A ring, and Knuckles came with a rock. And sure, you could argue that Shadow comes with the Doom wings, but he's missing, he can't even like swap facial expressions, so he's stuck with this angry face, which is very unfortunate. I thought there was just gonna be like pieces molded together, like the muzzle and the eyes were together, and you just swap those as one. But no, we were subjected to this where it's just one solid face. I feel like this being called the collector's figure isn't really a collector's figure. He's just kind of just like a tie-in figure to Sonic X Shadow Generations. He's missing all of the elements that made a collector's figure. And it's very unfortunate because I was really excited to have swappable faces for Shadow, and I really doubt they're going to make another one in the future with, you know, swappable faces and everything like that. Like, this is going to be our permanent collector's Shadow figure. I totally would have loved to have like an emerald holding hand, a better skating hand, because he just has that like open hand that looks like he's just like he counted to 5 and he's holding his hand out. It looks really weird. And then he has the like half curled fingers, which that one looks cool, but it's kind of very lackluster. One thing I will say that I love about this figure are the wings. The wings look awesome. They are amazing looking set pieces, and I can't wait to... I will always have him displayed on my shelf with the Doom wings. Now, I really like that they're adding more articulation to these figures. Like now he has torso swivel, thigh swivel, bicep swivel, and, you know, posable wrists and posable ankles, which is cool. It's very cool and all, and even a posable neck. But I don't think that justifies for the loss in accessories and even the price tag that it's at. And I mean, look at those knee joints.
What the hell is even that?
It looks like he's got wheels on the back of his legs. It looks kind of awkward in these stock photos. The collector's figures have been priced very, very highly, especially considering the quality of some of them. They all typically retail at like 50 bucks, which I think is a lot, especially for like the classic Sonic one, which isn't that great. And then modern Sonic, he doesn't really look that great. Tails, it's a bit more justifiable because he looks really good and they did a good job on him. Classic Knuckles, I didn't feel that he was worth the 50 bucks, which is why he went on clearance so soon. This guy is also retailing for 50 bucks, which is quite steep considering the lack of accessories and the lack of, you know, gold paint. And I feel like most of the price is just in the wings itself. And, you know, like I said, the wings look cool and all, but I just don't think that they're worth $50. Now, will I be buying him? Yes. Just because I am a sucker for these things. But for someone who's on the fence, I'd recommend waiting a little bit because these collector's figures always do end up going on sale or on clearance. Heck, I think like a week or two ago, Classic Knuckles was on clearance for like 20 bucks, which is pretty darn good for that figure. So yeah, those were my main gripes with this figure. When does he release? He releases October 17th on Walmart's website as a part of their Collector Con event at 7 a.m. So I will have a link to him down in the description below. And hopefully, if you want him, you can hopefully nab him before he sells out. I hope he doesn't sell out fast. I'm going to try and get him ASAP. But that's really it for the news today on this guy. I'm definitely excited to get him in hand, and I will be making an unboxing video on him as well. I'm just hoping that he's a lot better in person than he is in these photos. One thing I'm excited for is making custom hands for him. I could possibly 3D print some new hands and make him do some cooler poses than whatever these stock photos are. Please leave a comment below on what you guys think about this figure. Will you guys be picking him up or will you be waiting on him? I am TitoTheOG, and I will see you guys next time.